Imagine a predator so powerful it could crush its prey in seconds. Its jaws were like living guillotines, lined with bone-crushing plates instead of teeth. It ruled the oceans long before the first dinosaurs ever walked the earth. And the most chilling part? Nothing could stand in its way. If you thought T-Rex was scary, you haven't seen anything yet. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 terrifying apex predators that dominated the earth before the dinosaurs. From ocean nightmares to land-stalking killers, these creatures rewrote the rules of survival. Stay tuned, because the #1 predator is one of the most fearsome animals to ever exist. And trust me, by the end you'll be glad these monsters are extinct. Let's start our countdown with number 5. Forget Jurassic Park. We're going back 500 million years to the Cambrian period, when life was still experimenting with weird body plans. And the ultimate freak of nature was Anomalocaris, the world's very first apex predator. Picture a shrimp from hell stretched to the size of a house cat. This animal could reach up to 1 meter in length, enormous compared to most of its prey, which were only a few centimeters long. Fossils reveal large, stalked eyes with over 16,000 individual lenses, giving it some of the best vision of its time. Its flexible body allowed it to swim quickly, and the spiny, segmented appendages near its head were designed to grab and pin down prey. Instead of teeth, it had a round, plated mouth that could rotate and slice through the hard exoskeletons of trilobites, the armored bugs of the Cambrian seas. Scientists still debate exactly how effective this bite was. Some think it crushed prey like modern crabs, while others believe it used speed and surprise to weaken victims before tearing them apart. So what made it terrifying? Simply put, nothing else in the Cambrian oceans could compete. Most creatures were slow, soft-bodied, and defenseless. Anomalocaris was faster, sharper, and far better adapted. For early marine life, this predator wasn't just dominant, it was practically unstoppable. Some scientists even call it the first super predator in history. Imagine living in a world where the scariest thing was no bigger than a cat, yet completely unbeatable. Number 4. Fast forward to the Carboniferous period, about 350 million years ago. Giant ferns and swamp forests dominated the land, while rivers and lakes teemed with strange life. Hidden in these waters lurked Rhizodus, one of the largest freshwater predators ever discovered. Rhizodus looked like a terrifying mix between an eel and a crocodile. It stretched up to 7 meters long, outsizing modern great white sharks. With jaws filled with 20 centimeters long, spear-like fangs, it was the perfect hunter. Scientists believe Rhizodus was an ambush hunter. It likely stayed motionless near the bottom of rivers, waiting for unsuspecting amphibians, fish, or even other predators to swim by. Then, with explosive power, it would surge upward and snap its jaws shut. Why was it the apex predator? Because nothing in those rivers could challenge it. Amphibians, giant insects, even other fish, all potential meals. If you dared to swim in Carboniferous waters, Rhizodus would be waiting below the surface. What makes it extra creepy is its ambush style. Imagine standing by a swamp, and suddenly this enormous shadow surges upward, jaws wide open, and drags you under. That's not a scene from a horror movie. That was daily life for anything living near Rhizodus. Don't forget to subscribe to find out more prehistoric chaos. Number 3. Now to the Permian period, about 295 million years ago. Meet Dimetrodon, the sail-backed killer you've probably seen in dinosaur books. But surprise, it wasn't a dinosaur at all. It lived 50 million years before the first dinosaurs appeared. Dimetrodon was about 4 meters long, with a massive skull packed with serrated teeth, perfect for slicing flesh. But what made it visually unforgettable was the large sail on its back, created by elongated spines. Scientists debate its purpose. Some think it helped regulate body temperature, while others suggest it could have been used for display, intimidation, or even attracting mates. Either way, it made Dimetrodon look like a walking war machine. As an apex predator, Dimetrodon dominated its environment. It hunted amphibians, reptiles, and anything small enough to be shredded. With its strong legs, it could lunge forward in short, brutal bursts, taking down prey in seconds. Fossil evidence shows it had different sizes and shapes of teeth, meaning it could handle a variety of prey, a rare adaptation at the time. This versatility made it extremely effective in the Permian food chain. Here's the kicker. Dimetrodon belongs to the synapsids, the same evolutionary line that would eventually produce mammals. Yes, even humans. In other words, this terrifying predator is more closely related to you than to a T-Rex. That makes Dimetrodon both terrifying and strangely personal, a distant relative with a killer instinct. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button before we reveal the top spots. Number 2. Still in the late Permian, around 260 million years ago, the land was home to the terrifying Gorgonopsians. Think of them as saber-toothed tigers on steroids. These predators had long, dagger-like teeth that could pierce deep into flesh. Some species grew up to 4 meters long, with powerful legs built for pursuit. Unlike the lumbering reptiles of their time, Gorgonopsians were fast, agile, and efficient killers. Their long, muscular legs suggest they could chase prey across open ground, while their sharp, interlocking teeth allowed them to deliver deep, fatal wounds. Their skull structure shows strong jaw muscles, giving them a bite that was both powerful and precise, making them the top hunters of their era. Fossil evidence suggests they were among the first truly specialized mammal-like predators. What makes them especially chilling is their timing. The Gorgonopsians ruled just before Earth's biggest mass extinction wiped out 90% of life. They were the last apex predators of the Permian, kings of a dying world. It's eerie to imagine, as volcanoes erupted and ecosystems collapsed, the last Gorgonopsians were still prowling, hunting in a world that was falling apart around them. They were the final rulers of a doomed era, leaving behind only fossils and the shadow of their terrifying bite. Number 1. And finally, back to where we started. Dunkleosteus, the undisputed nightmare of the seas. Around 360 million years ago, during the Devonian period, this armored fish weighed nearly 4 tons and grew up to 10 meters long, bigger than a bus. Instead of teeth, Dunkleosteus had bony plates that formed a beak-like jaw, capable of slamming shut with a bite force strong enough it could crush bone and armor with ease. In fact, scientists estimate these jaws could slam shut with a force exceeding 8,000 pounds per square inch. What made it even more terrifying was its speed. Its jaw mechanism allowed it to open and close in milliseconds, creating a suction force that pulled prey directly into its mouth. Sharks, other armored fish, even its own kind. For 20 million years, it was the unchallenged overlord of the seas. Scientists think its dominance may have limited the evolution of other large fish, until its extinction opened the door for new marine predators. Imagine swimming in Devonian waters. One second it's calm, the next, a massive shadow rushes from below, jaws wide, and everything turns black. That's the legacy of Dunkleosteus, the ultimate prehistoric nightmare. And there you have it, 5 terrifying apex predators that ruled long before dinosaurs. Which one gave you nightmares? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more prehistoric nightmares.